All right, why do I use 5 years of cash or short-term safe money when I'm using my barbell approach to do the two-bucket plan for retirement planning? Well, I'm going to show you why. This chart is awesome. The stock market returns over different periods of time from 1872 to 2018. From Jeff Desjardins. He must be a hockey player. So this is from Visual Capitalist. I'm a huge fan of this website. And Jeff says, putting hard-earned money in the stock market can make some people nervous. It's well known that a correction can occur at any time, and the fear of market crashes can make even the most seasoned investors make questionable decisions. While it's true that putting your money on the line is never easy, the historical record of the stock market is virtually irrefutable. U.S. markets have consistently performed over long holding periods, even going back to the 19th century. Market performance, 1872 to 2018. Today's animation comes to us from the measure of a plan. It shows the performance of the U.S. market over different rolling time horizons using annualized returns. So here we got 1 year. Let's see if it's going to, wait, let's see. It should, hold on just a second. I think it's going to delete that and come back to nothing. Nope. Oh man, I thought it was going to come back to nothing. There we go. Yes. So here's the 1 year returns right here. You can see, look at that. You got a lot of green, a lot of red. Now I just did an article that 52% of the time the Dow was up. That means 48% of the time the Dow was down. And so you can see here's our 1 year returns, the green being up and the red being down. We have a maximum of 53% on the up, a minimum of 37% on the down. This is the S&P 500, by the way. An average of 8.4. Here's the 5 year, my friends. Look at that. Other than right here, all right, that's going to be the recession of the World War I, the freaking rat finks that got us in that. That's the Great Depression. This is from the Nixon era, 73, 74. And this is from 2000, 2003. And then again 2009. Other than that, there's hardly ever been a 5 year period where you lost a significant amount of money. In fact, even the average return you got was 7.1%. So if you can hold tight for 5 years, the likelihood of your stocks growing at historically have grown at an average of 7.1% for the money you did not take out into cash. Does that make sense? So you basically got $100,000 over here, and you got $50,000 over here. If you don't touch that 100,000 for 5 years, historically you have averaged 7.1%, and you've only had a few down years. I mean, there's some, but not many. Now you can even say 10 years. I think 10 years is too long. You're not getting enough bang for the buck for putting that much money into 10 years. So I love this. I think it's fantastic. It just goes and gives you a show of the running tally. There could be a risk, absolutely, but by and large, those who had enough cash on the side to withstand 5 years of market turmoil did just fine. And they made an average of 7.1% each year for those 5 years as well. I hope they find that helpful for sure. We talked about the 1 year. However, as time frames get longer, the animation goes to 5, 10, 15, 20 years. The frequency of losses rapidly decreases. I get that, but frankly, again, that kind of goes back to the long term is safer. It's not safer the long term because the long term never arrives. You're always in the short term. I do find this interesting. Distribution of 1 year total returns. You can see this again. This is S&P 500. This is not the Dow, the S&P 500 with dividends reinvested too. By the way, we have positive years 101. We have negative years 46. The median is 8.1%. The median rate of return 8.1. I don't know if they don't show the fives. Too bad, because when they show this chart with a 5 year, it gets even more dramatic in terms of how not likely over 5 years you'll lose money. That's for sure. Now it happens. Don't get me wrong. We see it right here. Look at that. We'll see it in the next chart here that over 5 years it has been some times we've lost money, just not very often. It just doesn't happen very often. So if you can hold tight for 5 years, the chances are historically you're going to be better off for it for sure. All right, I hope this helps. We'll see you next time.